Hello there ladies and gentlemen, my name is Owen and welcome to this brand new video here on Blurb. Today it's the 2018 Insignia's MOT. So I'm just on my way to take it to Richards, the garage to take it to. But we're not just taking this car today, we're also taking the DS4 because the DS4 needs a bit of work. So I believe it needs new top mounts, but we're going to get them checked today to see if it's definitely a top mount that needs changing. But also there's a fog light as well which is broken kind of mysteriously over, well, one day. I'm guessing a stone hit it and we didn't realise until we seen it. The Insignia is having a few clutch difficulties at the minute, even though it's been a year since I changed the clutch. The clutch is being a bit funny when cold. So there's also a knock somewhere, passenger side front, which I assume is going to come up on the MOT. So I am expecting maybe a list of stuff. The car is on 91,000 miles pretty much, or 90,916 to be exact. So I am expecting a list of stuff it needs, some description. So could it be an expensive day for me? Potentially. Hopefully not, because when you drive the car, the drive is nice, it's quiet. You know, the gearbox, it changes smooth, everything seems fine. It's only pulling away do you notice the clutch judders a lot, which that could even be flywheel related, but I know I've had it changed, so I'm really hoping that it's not that. Whatever it is, I'm not sure what the issue is. I'm just hoping the car just sorts itself out at some point. It could even be that if the list is quite lengthy for the MOT, it could even be that my options are either fix it or change for something else. Get it passed first, and then change for something else. So, anyways guys, without no further ado, let's chucking it down. Let's drive to the garage and see how this goes. I'll see you there. So as you guys can see, I'm at the unit, and the verdict on the, I was almost going to say Vectra because I'm sitting on it, but the verdict on the Insignia is as follows. I have the MOT sheet here. Considering the amount of mileage I've put on this car, I'm quite surprised. The car has in fact on 90,000 miles, 926 miles, passed its MOT with no advisories, which is a complete surprise to me because I could hear a knocking on the front of the car and the fact that the clutch is giving me loads of juddering issues. Now, I asked the question of the MOT guy, what could be wrong with my clutch? And he didn't notice anything, but he said what's common on these cars being 1.6s is the flywheels are very weak. So he said it depends also on your seating position. So I've had another little go at adjusting my seat lower down, and it seems to have made a slight difference. So I suppose the problem is me. But when you've driven a car for such a long time in the same sort of upright position, and then it doesn't feel the same anymore, you kind of ask yourself the question, something's not right here. And I've had that clutch in for a year now, or just no, more than a year, probably getting closer to 2 years nearly, and it doesn't feel right. It felt right since I've had the clutch done and I haven't noticed anything, but of late it's juddering an awful lot. So potentially it could be flywheel issues still, but somehow altering my seating position has slightly made a difference. It could even be down to maybe I'm heavy footed, who knows, but I'm quite surprised at 90,000 miles it's had no advisories. I thought it would come up with brakes, I thought it would come up with drop links or something of that description. Obviously made sure the wipers were okay, the washer fluid was full, and I've just had the coolant done on the car as well as having a full service. All the bulbs work, I checked them all myself anyways. The tyres I knew would be okay, although the front ones are wearing down, but I would have thought that would come up on the MOT. It didn't. So yeah, I'm quite impressed. So the Insignia lives on for another year, as it to be expected, but I could be still thinking, because I've suffered with bad backs of late, and the car, if you've ever sat in an Insignia Grand Sport, you guys will know what I mean. It's hard to get comfortable in one, especially if you're driving it for such a long time. Even though it's effectively a reps car, most of the time you're sitting quite low down, and it's too low down in some cases, so you alter the camber of the seats, or the lumbar even, and that sometimes doesn't make it more comfortable. And I found it quite comfortable sitting higher up. Getting in and out of the car is a lot easier doing that as well, but apparently my clutch doesn't like me being that high up, and it's probably even down to my legs, to be quite honest with you. So I'm as much to blame as the car, effectively. But I'm glad it's passed its MOT, so I can now continue driving it, and it's not going to cost me anything, touch wood, unless yeah, I end up getting something sorted with it, or something breaks on it, which it could happen. Obviously I know by its next MOT I would expect the brakes will have to be changed, and that's because 90,000 miles on its original brakes. Yeah, I've had the pads changed, but the discs are going to need doing at some point, and that'll be in the near or so future. But for now though, guys, I'm quite surprised the car has passed its MOT with 0 advisories. Last year it came up with tyres, the tyres have been changed, and yeah, I'm quite pleased to the fact that I haven't had to spend any money on it as of yet. I'll keep you updated, I'll let you know how it goes. Obviously I've just changed my seating position today, as daft as it sounds, but funnily enough it works. I'll let you know if anything changes with the Insignia, because the thought is still there. Now my mind's been thinking about it. It could even just be me overthinking, but it might be even worth upgrading at some point, so I'll let you know. Anyways guys, this is a short video to you guys. There'll be more videos on the Vectra soon. Oh, I haven't finished actually. The DS4, it's definitely a top mount. Check the top mount. It went into the garage after mine, and it's definitely driver side top mount. So that's going to get fixed. I'm waiting on a phone call from the garage to get me a quote, and we'll see how it goes. But anyways guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope you guys like the video. There'll be more on the Vectra, there'll be more on the Insignia, and there'll be also more on the DS4 as well. And like I mentioned in my last video, if you guys haven't already seen it, I'll be making small progress on the Vectra for the time being, until the weather gets better and I have some financials to sort out the rust with a couple of friends. So if it seems like I'm doing very small videos and you guys are wondering what's happening with the rust, that will be coming at some point, but I'm leaving it for now on the back burner and sorting everything else around it, like the drive shafts and getting parts and getting bits to sort things out. The turbo, we'll be looking into that. I'll be taking the pipes off and cleaning them out, and see how the turbo cracks on from there. It will need a full service. It's going to need the drive shaft, it's going to need the handbrake cable, it's going to need some rust work. The front bumper's going to come off because I'm going to sort the radiator out. I'm going to see if either I can find a fresh unit, or I'm just going to do an entire bleed of the system, put some fresh coolant in, then at least I've got that down as a service and that it's been done. Then I've got the wipers to do. I've got to paint the wiper arms, and then I've got to do some other bits as well just to tidy it up a bit, and then hopefully by then, once those videos have come out, it'll be time to sort the rust out and to have nicer weather, because the weather, it's a bit crap still, so bear with us on that one. Anyways guys, like I was going to say again, thanks for watching the videos, and if you like and subscribe, that will really help me out, and I do really appreciate it. Until next time, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.